What if I told you that reality is always speaking to you, but you've been trained to ignore it? Every single day, subtle messages are woven into your experience, waiting to be noticed. The song that plays just as you're thinking of someone, a number that follows you everywhere, a stranger who delivers exactly the insight you needed. You've called them coincidences, but deep down, you've always felt there was something more. And you were right. Synchronicities are not random. They are patterns, signals from reality itself nudging you towards something greater. Ancient civilizations knew this. Mystics, philosophers, and visionaries studied it. But modern society? It labels these moments as chance, illusion, mere luck. Because if you realize the truth, everything would change. These moments are proof that reality isn't what you've been told it is. And today we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal what synchronicities really are, why they happen, and how you can use them to reshape your life. From the moment you were born, you were conditioned to see the world through a narrow lens, one of logic, structure, and predictability. Everything needed a rational explanation. Anything that didn't fit, dismissed. But what if that conditioning was not by accident? What if it was designed to keep you blind to the deeper forces at play? As a child, you were naturally in tune with energy, intuition, and hidden patterns. You could feel when something was about to happen. You could sense when someone was thinking about you. You saw the way events lined up perfectly. Before you were told it was just your imagination. Over time, you were taught to ignore these instincts. Education played a massive role in this suppression. Schools never taught you how to listen to your intuition, recognize patterns, or understand the energy flowing through your life. Instead, you were taught to memorize, obey, conform. Creativity, imagination, and abstract thinking replaced by rules, formulas, and hard data. Science became the gatekeeper of truth, but not the kind that explores the unknown. Instead, it became a rigid model that tells you everything is random, meaningless, and explainable by chance. Under this system, synchronicities are nothing more than cognitive biases, your brain playing tricks on you. You see 11:11 on the clock, just a coincidence. You meet the perfect person at exactly the right time, just luck. But here's what they don't tell you. Some of the greatest minds in history, Carl Jung, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, all recognized that reality isn't random. They understood that synchronicities, patterns, and hidden connections were clues to something deeper. Yet, society continues to ridicule those who take these experiences seriously. If you talk about synchronicities openly, you'll be labeled irrational, superstitious, even delusional. This isn't an accident. It's social conditioning. If you want to control people, the first step is ensuring they never realize their own power. Because the moment you start paying attention to synchronicities, you realize something profound. You are connected to something much larger than yourself. Some truths are too deep for social media, because here's the real reason they don't want you noticing synchronicities. They reveal a crack in the illusion. They prove that reality isn't just a cold, indifferent machine. It's a responsive, interconnected web. And once you start seeing the patterns, you can't unsee them, which leads to the next question. If synchronicities aren't random, then what are they? Where do they come from? And why do they seem to increase the more you notice them? Let's go deeper. At some point in your life, you've experienced a moment so perfectly timed that it felt impossible to be random. You think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and suddenly they call you. You open a book to a random page, and the words in front of you answer the exact question on your mind. You notice a repeating sequence of numbers, 111, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, showing up everywhere, as if reality itself is leaving clues in your path. These are not accidents, they are messages, and the more you pay attention, the more they appear. Because synchronicities are not coincidences, they are deliberate signals from a deeper intelligence, a force that has been quietly guiding you your entire life. The universe is not a collection of random, disconnected events. It is an interconnected field of energy and consciousness. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every intention you set sends out a frequency, like a radio signal. And synchronicities are the universe's way of responding. They are the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the physical and the metaphysical, the conscious and the subconscious. Carl Jung called this meaningful coincidence. Quantum physics calls it non-locality. Spiritual traditions call it divine timing. Different names, same truth. But here's where it gets even more interesting. You can create more synchronicities because your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs dictate what you attract. If you believe everything is random, you'll see randomness. But if you shift your perception, if you become receptive to the signs, reality starts speaking to you louder. And that leads to the biggest revelation of all. You are not just noticing synchronicities, you are generating them. So now the question becomes, how do you strengthen this connection? How do you recognize, interpret, and act on synchronicities in a way that turns them into a guiding force in your life? Because once you understand how to open the channel, you can begin using synchronicities as a tool to create real change. And that's exactly what we're about to uncover.